where I'm not looking at my big face.
You can turn that off on your end, so
Okay.
you don't have to see your big face.
Yeah, my big face was huge.
Mhm.
Terrifying. Okay, yeah, we are gonna get started. And I'm super, super pumped. So if you don't know me, my name is Anya Faust, and I'm the superstar director for the Wildflower Warrior group. And I'm a mom, got 3 boys, a homeschool. It's crazy over here. I just had a revelation. Words are hard. It's fine. Okay. I also tried to get on my own Zoom meeting. We're doing great things. That I am the chaotic best friend. That's what I just learned, like literally 10 minutes ago. I was scrolling TikTok and I was like, that girl is so funny. Like, look, I love this video. And I'm like, we're vibing. And then it said in the caption, like, we all have that one chaotic best friend. Chastity, I did. Why did I not think that was me? I did not think that was me. I thought I'm just having a good time, living my best life, but I am the chaotic best friend. So that's me in a nutshell. Okay. We are going to talk tonight about CSI. And I had a plan to put on like CSI music, but again, I was on my own Zoom link, and that's not what this is linked to. So there's that. Okay. So CSI, consistency and simplicity and intentionality. That is what we are talking about tonight. Okay. So it's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Okay. I know we hear this all the stinking time. You're like, dang, how many times do I have to hear those 3 words? Consistency, simplicity, and intentionality. Okay. But no matter how much we hear it, we like keep thinking that we need to do more. Why? Why do we keep thinking that we need to do more? No, we're done. We're done with that. We're detoxing from doing more, okay? Because then we are literally all over the place, even more so than normal for me, all right? And we cannot complete anything, and we can't do anything super, super well when we've got our hands spread out all over the place, okay? So, Chastity talked about habits last month, okay? And we are going to be focusing on that really, really hard within our CSI, okay? Um, because we want a strong foundation, basically. We want a strong foundation. Everything starts to crumble when we're looking all over the places instead of looking at what's most important in our business. And for a long time, a lot of us have been sidetracked, and we've been thinking that we have to do all these things and be in all these places at once, not realizing that some of the people who are doing all these things have people who are helping them do all these things. And you're just one person. I'm just one person. Okay. So we're nixing all that. We're not trying to do any more than we can do. And we are going to be consistent, keep it simple, and intentional. All right. So if it is not simple, it will not be consistent. You're not going to keep doing it if it's not simple. You're just not. Okay. And if it's not intentional, it's going to be a waste of your time. Right. And then again, we just end up back in this cycle, okay? Because when you're intentional with what you're doing, you're going to keep it simple. That's going to create that consistency. When you start looking all over the place trying to do all the things, that's when it gets chaotic. Funny. Okay. So we do not want, I literally put, we do not want to be chaotic. And then I realized I was a chaotic friend. So that's fine. But we do not want our foundation to falter, okay? Our foundation in our business. And it's something we have to continuously work on building because our business is the same thing over and over and over again, all right? So for the bones of our business, just the bones, what does an SSD do differently than a lead consultant? It really should not be much, to be completely honest. But it is going to be on a different scale, if that makes sense, okay? So I wrote down an example for kind of how we do our homeschool curriculum. We have a unified program, okay? And it goes in cycles. So we have 3 different cycles. We do a different cycle each year. So say my youngest is memorizing songs that have to do with the human body and the human body systems, okay? He's just doing hand motions. He's just memorizing the song. He doesn't know what those parts are. He doesn't know where they are or what they do. My middle one is going to know where those body parts are. It's a different level, still listening to the same song, okay? But he now sees where those body parts are in the human body. He's going to start to learn what they do. Then my oldest one is going to hear that song, but now that song's removed and he can just tell you what is the nervous system, what is it comprised of, what it does, where it is, right? He can tell you what problems can happen within your nervous system and how your nervous system affects the rest of your body. Do you see how it's on a different scale for everybody? But they all learn the basic names of things, even down to my youngest. Like he started when he was 4. He was learning the nervous system at 4. Doesn't know what it means, doesn't know what it does, but he could tell you the song, okay? It's the same thing for our business, all right? So we have to know that the bare bones, we should all be doing the same things as leaders, okay? But each level needs a different set of tools. So ask yourself, this is a leader. Are you giving the tools to your people for them to be successful? Okay, that's the first thing. Are you even giving them tools? Okay. Are you keeping your business consistent, simple, and intentional to lead by example? Because they're watching you. Whether you believe it or not, your people are watching you. And even if you're like, well, I only have one person, that's fine. You're in a leader group. People are still watching you. They're watching your every move, even on your director's page. Are you even showing up? Do they even know you're a leader? I had someone the other day, I'll ask me if someone was still a part of Scentsy, and I'm like, yeah, she's actually a director. And they were like, oh, okay, that's a red flag. All right, red flag. You are not showing up. You are not leading by example, not even a smidgen if they don't even think you're a part of Scentsy anymore. Okay, so we do not want to be those red flags. All right, so are you holding your people accountable to be consistent, keep it simple, and be intentional in their business? Because at the end of the day, as a leader, we partner with those that we sponsor. There's a big misconception that your leader is supposed to give you all these things. And that's great. Tools, yes. But it's up for you to do the work, just like it's up for your people to do the work, right? But you are partnering with them, people you sponsor, to help them get the success that they desire. It's a partnership. It's not all on you. It's not all on me or Chastity or Whitney or Amber. Okay. It's a partnership. So we need to remember that. That's a huge deal. So we're going to stop overthinking and believing that we have to have this perfect time to work our business, that our business has to look a certain way. Trust me, clearly, Queen of Chaos, it does not, okay? And you can still be successful, all right? You do not have to have a super strict schedule, okay? But you do need to know what has to be done within your business, okay? You work it when you can, all right? So this business exudes freedom. You can pop in an AirPod and you can listen to a meeting or a training. You can listen to a training or a meeting while you're in the shower. Have your camera off respectfully, okay? But you can still listen, okay? Like you can still listen. You can take your thank you cards and you can write them while you're sitting at the doctor's office waiting for an appointment, right? You can message a teamie or two when you get into the car after work. You can send a, hey lady, want to get your next order for free and half off while you're sitting on the toilet. Hello, like you can fit your business in however you want to, all right? That is the beauty of Scentsy, but we have to do it in a certain way because so many people are like, I don't have time. Yeah, you do. You're just focusing on the wrong stuff and you're not fitting it in where you can fit it in, okay? So got to think outside the box. So I'm going to take you guys through, let me show you now. I'm going to show you screen. Okay. And I have this in the Google Drive that your SSDs are on. Okay. So this is the ladder of success. It looks a lot kind of like the stool. I don't remember the name. The stool, because I've been looking at this for so long. So at one SFR, we were all sitting at a table and we started thinking about how it really shouldn't be a stool. It should be more of a ladder. Okay. Because you want to focus on one thing at a time. So you don't need to be focusing on coaching your people and sponsoring if you don't have your PRV locked in, right? Without PRV, you ain't going to have a team to be coaching or there's no reason to sponsor. So that's when we looked at it as a ladder. Step 1, you get your PRV. Step 2, once you have that 500 secured, okay, rest of your month is planned out, start having those sponsoring conversations. Start dropping those seeds. And then after you are sponsoring, you get some people, okay, now you're going to start coaching your people up. But your business first, always. All right. So this is in the Google Drive. If y'all need it, it is there. I put it under, I actually was very organized, put it underneath my name and March. So Look at me go. All right. So that's the first thing I want to show you guys, the ladder of success. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. So I broke it up into each rung of the ladder for how I'm going to talk to y'all tonight. The first one is going to be PRV. Okay. And then I broke it up into consistency, simplicity, and intentionality. So first, PRV, consistency. Listen, Linda, please. And I really am so organized today. And it's all color coded, like to work with my brain. It's great. Okay. You've got to party consistently. Please, for the love. You've got to, okay? Y'all have to party. It doesn't matter what type of party you're doing, whatever that looks like for you, you've got to party. And if you're like, I can't find anybody, I promise you, somebody on your social media, somebody is willing to party. You just have not found that one person yet. Okay. So you've got to ask. It sucks. I don't like asking people to party either. I really, really don't. But you've got to do it. It's the quickest, fastest way to expand your network. Okay. So yes, or host your own party and book from there. That's an amazing idea. Yes. Okay. So do your own party. You can do it. Think outside the box. All right. Remember, partying is not just Facebook parties. There's all different ways to parties. So quick in your head, check yourself. Okay. Right now, check yourself. Are you partying consistently? Okay. Are you teaching your people to party consistently? Right off the bat, we have got to hammer in. This is a party company. Point blank, period. We have so many people who joined during COVID who's terrified to party. Why? Because they didn't have to. But this is a party company. You want to go far? You want to promote? You need to party. Okay? Think Katie Lassiter is the one who says partying will fix every issue you have in your business. And it will. You can't sponsor, you're not partying enough. You're not reaching enough people, right? Mama Jane only needs so much wax. Okay. Grandma only needs so many warmers. You've got to get out of your circle and expand. You should be partying with people you don't even know. At some point, you should be sponsoring people you don't even know. Okay. It cannot stay in that same circle. You're going to exhaust people. All right. Okay. So do your follow-ups consistently. Okay. Within your people's launch party, give them a rhythm, show them, right? We host coach, we post in our parties, we interact, we say thank you, we check in on their order, we ask if they want free and half off items. Okay. That's the same rhythm, the same song and dance over and over again. But you've got to start teaching your people that there's a rhythm to this business. It is one of the best things for people who have ADHD or a lot going on, because it's the same thing over and over, but it's with different people. So it still keeps you interested. Okay. So there's a plug for people. If you're like, they say, I have ADHD and I can't. Yes, you can. Trust me. It's the only thing I've ever been able to stick with. I don't stick with literally anything. Okay. So think about that. All right. Consistently talking about partying, talking about club, all of the PRV stuff, what we have going on. Okay. We consistently want high PRV. And if you have a leader, you need to be teaching your leaders the same thing. And if you have people who want to be leaders, put it in their head now. They want high PRV. They want high, like you've got to start hammering it in, because so many people are comfortable. They're comfortable and they're just chilling, but that's not going to help them push. It's not going to help them go get more parties and expand their network bigger and be able to sponsor more people. Okay. So consistently, that's consistently. Okay. So PRV, simplicity. Keep your parties simple. All right. Show off our categories. They're literally categorized on our website. Use that to your advantage. Break them up, break up those categories. All right. Try not to be overwhelming. Go back to some of your old parties. If it looks like a shit show, okay, you need to revamp. All right. If you know that you have a new person coming in and you're like, ooh, I really don't want to show them that party, ding, 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 you need to change it up. Okay. It needs to be simple so that people are not flustered when they're shopping with you. Okay. You remember that you're giving them an experience. All right. And it's the same thing with your launch parties. If you're helping your teamies launch, I help mine launch if I give them the option. You want me to help launch you, or do you want to do it on your own? Usually they say, please show me the ropes. Perfect. I'm going to walk you through every little thing. Okay. And you keep it simple. Yes. Whitney's mock party is the perfect example of simplicity. She doesn't have 15,000 bajillion pictures of all the things. I don't need 15 pictures of the air purifier. Okay. One picture of the air, it looks the same. There's no design. It looks the same. Okay. I don't need 15 pictures of it in different stylings. They're going to style it how they want to. You can even put in there in the caption, if you want to see more ways to style this, let me know. And someone says yes, then put them in the caption. But stop overwhelming people. Okay. It's hard to teach when you're not keeping it simple yourself. And you need to teach your new people, because so many people will say, I don't know how to set up a party. What do you mean you don't know how to set up a party? It's not that difficult. But when you're first in it, you need to see something simple to go off of. Okay. So keep them simple. Okay. You also want people who might think about joining Scentsy. You want them to say, oh, I can do this. If it's too much, no one is thinking I can do this, because people don't have time. Again, we're no longer in COVID times. We've got kids in sports. You've got things going on. You're trying to work out and be healthy and drink your water and do all the things. Y'all, we are busy people, okay? And we need to reach busy people. So we have to make it look like anybody can do it, because anybody can, all right? So show the products, say what they do, have fun. Simple. We're keeping it simple. Keep your PRV simple. However you get your PRV. For me, I do this with online parties. That is the simplest way for me to run my business and get more PRV. Some people, it's bag parties. I tried that last month. Again, so much anxiety. No. Hard freaking pass over here, okay? I'd much rather set it up and just be done with it and have it on the computer. That's just me, okay? However you're partying, keep it simple. That's it. Whatever works for you, cool, but keep it simple and make sure you're partying. Make sure you're reaching more than 1 or 2 people at a time, all right? Next, PRV, being intentional. You've got to intentionally ask people to party. You cannot just keep posting, who wants to party? Who's gotten their free and half off stuff for this catalog? Go ask them one-on-one. Teach your people to do the same, okay? When is the last time that you have showed off how much people can get with rewards on your social media? I thought about this as I was writing down. I was like, ooh, girl, when is the last time? I don't even know. I can't remember. That's a problem. I will be doing that tomorrow, okay? You need to show them what they can get, not just always a number. Show them how much product they can get with a party, okay? I know that I have pictures on my group page. Whitney does too. Amber and Chastity, if y'all don't, I can send you some, or you can take them off the albums in my group or Whitney's group. But show them, use those pictures. You don't have to say, this is my order. You can say, oh my gosh, look what a friend. Everybody's a friend, right? We love everybody. Everybody, look what my friend got with her Scentsy rewards. You don't know the friend? That's not the point, okay? The point is we're showing the rewards. Focus on what matters, okay? Okay. So, all right. Be intentional about showing people the benefits of partying, okay? Talk about it in your stories. Post about it. Talk about it one-on-one. Talk about it in your VIP group, okay? We get annoyed when no one wants to join our team, but then I sit here, or I have teammates, right? And I get annoyed when nobody wants to join. But then I start thinking, okay, but do my people understand the benefit of partying consistently? Do they understand that once they're doing that and they start to go have those joint conversations, it's way more likely they'll get a yes than if they only have one party a month, or if they don't party at all, right? Or if they party every 3 months. It's going to be so much more likely they'll get a yes from a joint conversation if they're consistently partying, okay? So we want that. It's more of a chance to find people who want extra money, because it's tough out here. Let's be real, all right? Okay? Be intentional about what is popular and showing off those things, all right? You start to see a trend with your customers. Oh my gosh, everybody's buying the swipes. Girl, you better get on your stories and show off some swipes, okay? And you better go ahead, buy some and sample them out to your customers. Find a way, figure it out. But that is what's popular with your people. If it's pods, same thing, okay? Whatever's popular with your customers, whatever you see going on, share it, all right? Be intentional about that. Intentionally set your calendar up for success. Show your people that you're doing that. In fact, why don't you go ahead and challenge your people to do that with you. Okay. Yeah. That's good leadership right there. Okay. Intentionally. Hey, it is really time. Girl, you have over 3K PRV. You are doing awesome. What does your next month look like? How does that look? Oh, well, I haven't even thought about next month. Okay, well, that's great. But your PRV is bummed. So, like, let's start thinking about next month and let's also have a lot of sponsoring conversations. Okay, that's all you have to say because not everybody is going to look at it the way you look at it as a leader. You see things on a different level. All right. Okay, intentionally get off the freaking Facebook groups. Bet you didn't think you'd do that tonight. Okay, listen, I need you to work your business. That Facebook group needs to be a last resort. Okay. And when I say I'm not talking about your director or your superstar director's Facebook group, I'm talking about all about I don't even know if that's still a group. All about samples. Last resort. Okay. Oh crap. I need this label. Now you go to the group. But you find the label and you get off and you go back to work. All right. So what did you share? How are you working? Whatever. Great. That is great that I don't even Millie Vanilli. Millie Vanilli is doing all these special, beautiful things. Okay. Don't care if it's beautiful. Get it done. You're sitting at 10 PRV, but you're worried about a pretty label. Go get your PRV. All right. Focus on what matters. No, listen, they're going to throw the label away. They're going to throw the sample bag away. I'm just going to be real honest. Okay. So like, and I sat there and I thought about this the other day as I was like making this really pretty thank you card. I'm like, this girl is not keeping this thing. What am I doing? Let me just write thank you on a scent circle and call it a day. Why? Because she's going to throw away the wrapping anyways. But when she looks at that scent circle, she knows it came from Anya. That's what I want right there. It does not matter if everything is color coordinated and I got labels coming out my backside if they're just going to throw them away and it's not making me any money. Okay. We want to make the money. All right. So focus on what matters. Okay. Get off that Facebook group and let's do it. Okay. Man, I have no idea what to post. Go to a Facebook group. Get some ideas for your VIP group. Cool. Man, what else can I try for PRV? Okay. Go to your Facebook groups and check it out then. But last resort. Okay. Last resort. Moving on to sponsoring. All right. Sponsoring. Our second rung on our ladder of success. Okay. For consistency, you need to consistently have the conversations. I don't care how many it is that you are like, okay, I'm going to be consistent with this many, but be consistent with that many. Okay. So if you're like, I want to have one a day, I'm gonna be real honest. I am not going to have one a day, but I can have 5 on a Friday, which equals out to 1 every weekday, right? I can do that, but I'm not going to sit still because I'm me. I'm just not. And have a joint conversation 1 every day. Not happening. I tried. It didn't work. Not for me. Okay. Consistently plant the seeds. Remember that a no right now is not a no forever. Okay. Consistently share why you love Scentsy and what it's doing for your life. Maybe even consistently sharing what it's doing for someone else's life that you know. If you know someone that Scentsy has completely changed everything for them, it doesn't have to be your story, you guys. Like, and it doesn't have to be some big, extravagant, amazing thing, okay? Some people just need to put food on their table right now. Listen, I got 3 boys, a preteen and a teenager, and they eat a lot. Like, Lord, okay? They eat so much. Like, okay, who else can I help put some freaking food on their table? That's what matters. All right. So even if it's not your story, you can share other people's stories and you can share it in your Scentsy story. I heard this and it just blessed me so much. And it just made me say, you know what? I can do this. Let's go. That's powerful too. It doesn't have to be, I got a new car. It doesn't have to be, I paid for my kids, whatever. Okay. That's powerful too, hearing something and just being inspired. How many people have that on a daily basis at their fingertips? Okay, not many. All right. So keep that in your head. All right. Consistently talk about the opportunity that you have in your hand. Make this a weekly goal, whatever the number is, but make it a weekly goal. And then teach your people to do the same. When you see your people have 500 PRV, reach out to them. Okay. Reach out to them and teach them to do the same. Hey girl, I'm having 3 join conversations this week. You want to join me? Let's talk about what we're going to say. Let's bounce things off each other. Okay. That's good leadership. You're teaching them how to do it you're not just telling them what to do. Hi, buddy. I see you back there. Okay. Next, simplicity in your sponsoring. Okay. Do not word vomit and teach your people to do the same. All right. Listen, when you're trying to figure out talking to somebody and you're nervous, just sit here and think about how can this benefit them? That's it. How can this benefit them? I can't give you specific words to say because it's different for everybody, right? What does Scentsy bring to the table for them? It's going to be very different. It's different for Amber versus me. It's different for Whitney versus Chastity. Okay. It's going to be different for every single person, but you have access to their social media. You're like a detective, right? Like, how is this going to impact and help their life? Start thinking like that, and that'll change the name of the game when it comes to your sponsoring conversations. Okay. If you can't think of anything, right? Always, have you ever thought about doing what I could do? That's super easy. Okay. You can't think of anything else, throw that out there. And you'll be surprised at how many people actually say yes. You really, really will. And even if they don't want to do it, they thought about it, which is so crazy to me. I think I've, in 4 years, almost 5 years, I've had one person say, I've actually never thought about it. And I was like, that's super weird. Okay. Because a lot of people do, because it's something they can do from home and from anywhere, right? Um, Again, do not overwhelm people. It doesn't have to be this grandiose production. All right. Not everybody wants a Louis Vuitton bag. I literally wrote in here, like, I don't even know how to spell that. That's how much I care about those. I have no idea how to spell that, but not everybody wants that. Okay. Again, it's not always about luxury. Some people just want to pay for their kids' soccer season. Some people just want to be able to buy something for their kid's birthday without it hurting the bank account. All right. It doesn't have to be something huge, but it still can be life changing. All right. With your new people, okay, simplicity, take them bite by bite. Start with, hey, let's be active within the first 3 to 5 days. Make it simple, okay? Let's get that launch party rolling. Let's be active within the first 3 to 5 days. Share all the places you're a Scentsy consultant. Then go to shooting star. Cool. They need 500 PRV within 15 days. Awesome. Now we're going to work towards that. Once they hit that, we can move into sensational star. Little by little, teaching them the basics. We get so excited, and this is our normal. We throw everything at once, and people are like, whoa, hold on, wait, time out. That's too much. And it's stressful. And then people stop. Okay. Don't overwhelm them. You're here for them. Let them know that. You're going to take them step by step, and you're there every step of the way. All right. And then you're going to check in with them step by step. Okay. And teach them little by little. All right. So stop shoving things down people's throats, because then they stop working. Okay. Simple. Keeping it simple. Next, for your sponsoring, intentional. Be intentional about who you're talking to and make sure you're keeping track of them. Okay. Again, a no for right now is not a no forever. Their circumstances can change and people change. Okay. I joined to get a discount on what I was already buying. I did not join to make this a full-time income. Okay. Circumstances changed. Anya booked up. I was like, oh, we got to get it going. I don't have time for this. Okay. You don't know. All right. So write them down. Keep track of them. When a join special comes, you've got a whole list of people to talk to. All right. They still might be, oh, no, no, no. I have some leaders that took me over a year to talk to them and get them to finally join. So be in it for the long haul and don't be icky about the no. Okay. Totally understand. Not a big deal. All right. Moving on. Okay. All right. So give your people verbiage, your teammates verbiage to see what it looks like to have a joint conversation. That means you have to have the joint conversations, because if you don't have nothing to show them, again, that's a problem, right? You need to make sure you're having those conversations. So when they're like, well, I don't know what to say, you can say, well, here's the joint conversations I've had this month. Here's what I did last month. Here's what I said. What do you think about that? Okay. Take it and run with it. Make sure they know to make it their own, but give them ideas. Sometimes people literally cannot think of what to say. Me, I ask Whitney all the time, how do I say this? What do I say if I want to say this? What does this girl mean? Because sometimes I think people mean one thing, and that is not the case. I read the room very, very wrong very often. So I always double check. Okay, I double check, and Whitney's like, "We're still doing this. All right." I'm not new, right? But it's what we do. Okay. So show them the conversations. All right, being intentional. Next, moving on to coaching. All right, for coaching, our third rung on the ladder, okay, consistently check numbers, okay? Not just yours, boo boo, you're a leader. Look at your team. If you don't know how to run reports, click around. You'll figure it out, I promise, okay? You cannot break the workstation. There are reports trainings, but click around. Look at your people's numbers. And if you double click on the PRV column, it's going to sort them highest to lowest, okay? So you can easily see who is producing the most PRV, who's producing the most GWV, who's producing the most new teammates, active teammates, okay? Numbers do not lie, all right? So you have, Joe Schmo over here saying, oh, I'm working on, I got 30 parties going and they ain't got no PRV. Sir, that's not correct. You're a liar, okay? So numbers do not lie, all right? Look at those numbers, okay? And even so, well, Joe Schmo, you got 30 parties, but you ain't got no PRV. Let's figure out what's going on within your parties to why you have no PRV, because you should be banging right now, all right? Yeah, that's a lot of parties. That's too many parties. But that's a lot of parties. But he should be doing the most, right? So let's get in there and figure out what's actually going on within his business to help him, because you're a leader and that's what you do. All right. So your numbers will show you who to work with. Okay. Talk to your people. You start seeing someone who normally has 3, 4K PRV and they all of a sudden have 500. Talk to them. What's going on? And not because you only care about their numbers, but like something's not right, right? That's obvious. What's going on in your life? They're people. Talk to them, okay? So talk to your people, hype them up, shout them out, give them challenges that will involve PRV or sponsoring, okay? Not just like weird little challenges. I cannot stand those. It better be income producing or don't freaking challenge them. The end, okay? Love that for us all. That's gonna be so good. We're doing that from now on, okay? That's our focus. Income producing challenges, please. The whole point is to grow their mindset so that they can grow their business. Once they see it's easy, they're going to want to do more of it. That's the whole point of the challenge, okay? So when it comes to coaching, check the numbers. They don't lie. You'll see who to work with. Consistently work with your team. Doesn't need to be the same people. You don't need to check the same people every month, okay? You can work with different people. It's okay, all right? But consistently be working with your people and checking on them, all right? Next, for simplicity, stop giving them a million things to keep track of. If you give them a challenge, that's the challenge for the month, okay? Or we're going to focus on this challenge for these first 2 weeks, this challenge for the last 2 weeks. Stop giving them a crud ton to do and remember, because no one with a bunch of kids at home, no one who has a life, okay, or a 9 to 5 can keep up with a million and one Scentsy things. It might be full-time for you. That does not mean it's full-time for everybody on your team. And that doesn't mean that they're not successful. Okay. So stop trying to give them a million things to do. All right. Keep your challenges, your daily tasks, your shout outs, even your ideas simple. Okay. Again, based on this ladder of success, keep everything simple. So what does it take to run a business and be successful when it comes to Scentsy? PRV, sponsoring, coaching, like clockwork. We're going to do the same thing next month, and the same thing in January, and the same thing in 2027. Okay, we're still doing the same things. We're not changing. That is the beauty of this business. All right. Okay, and that's what you should be having your people focus on. Not the designing of a thank you card, which is fun, and they can do that later. Okay, but first, let's focus on working our actual business, because there's a million and one other people putting out thank you cards that are super cute that you can just edit and put your information on. Okay. Like I cannot tell you the last time I actually designed something, because why? I don't have the time. All right. My people need to get the information. My customers need to get the scents in their hands. They need to smell them. That's what truly matters. All right. So you can do the fun stuff, of course. But if you want a successful business, you need to scale that down and focus on what really, really matters. Okay. And when you're coaching your people, you really want to make sure that they're not focused on all the fluffy, beautiful things. Let's teach them to run a business. The fluffy can come in later. Okay. They can do that little bit at a time. Right now, they need to learn how to successfully run a business and not just post and pray. All right. Okay. Intentionally with your coaching, do your leaders know how to simply give their people the tools? How to give them the tools? Do they know how to do that? Okay. Do they even have tools in their own tool belt? Or did you just give them an IKEA desk and say, good luck, boo, bye? Okay. No, you have to give them tools. Okay. They have all kinds of manuals. Scentsy gives them all kinds of manuals, right? But they need tools from their leader. All right. Can they do it without you? Yes. But it takes a really special person to completely do it on their own. I'm just going to be real honest. Okay. It really does. Like, I talked to my mom the other day and she's like, I'm just so thankful for you and Whitney because y'all have all the templates and everything all ready for us like clockwork. We just have to click, plug our information in, and print it. And I'm like, we're trying to make it easy. We're trying to make it so easy for you. Why? Because we want you to focus on running an actual business. Because running a business is long lens. Okay. You're creating a legacy for your family. That's long lens. That's not just a paycheck for this next month. That's my kids are going to college. That's whatever it is down the line. My husband's retiring, whatever it is. Okay. That's where that foundation has to come in. That's not just PRV for this month. That seeds planted, PRV for this month, seeds planted for the future so you can leave behind your legacy with your business. Okay. So we need tools. People need tools. Okay. Do your people know how you're working? Do you share how you're working on your SSD's page or your director's page? Are you even sharing what you're doing when you're not dividing your flyers? Okay. How you're working. And then you can say, look, oh my gosh, Brooke shared that she had 4 join conversations this month and she went ahead and put the verbiage up. Now I can tag my person underneath that because I didn't have mine. And I can say, look at these conversations. Okay. That's still coaching your people up. It doesn't have to be you. It should be. But if it's not, and you have a weird month or life gets crazy, and Brooke's already put them on the page because she's sharing intentionally how she's working, now you can bounce off of that and it can help everybody, not just her people. Okay. It helps everybody. All right. So, do your people know how you're working with those who want to become leaders? Do you share that? Are you sharing that? Okay, that's something you can easily shout out. Oh my gosh, I gave Brittany and Amanda and Debbie this really awesome challenge. I'm so excited to see them complete it. Look at me shouting them out, showing people how they're working and how I've now led them. Now, if somebody else sees it and maybe they don't have such a great sponsor, they can now jump on that and do the same thing. We're hitting multiple birds with stones. Birds and stones, bird in the bush. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. We're doing lots of things at once. Okay. That's what matters. All right. Okay. How are you setting your goals? Have you shared with your people how you set your goals? Okay. What is important to you as a leader to have for your goals? Your people need to know that. Before I came into this business, I never set a goal. Not a goal girl. Okay. Fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. Not even thinking about goals. So if you have people like that, you have to teach them how to set a goal because they're not just going to set a goal. All right. And it can be small. What are you doing this week? Right. What's your big end of month goal? Like that was always really, Whitney would always ask me and I'd kind of like skirt around it like, yeah, goals. But I wouldn't say anything because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't set goals. I'm just hanging out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that doesn't really get you anywhere. You have to have the goals so you can see where you're going. Okay. Those are the stepping stones to get where you want to be. All right. So think about that. Okay. What do I have next? All right. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're checking on your people intentionally. Ask what they need help with. Okay. Focus them back to the ladder. It's so easy when I will ask people, hey girl, what are you working on this week? And they will show me adorable club flyers, games they're playing in their VIP group. That is great. However, what are we producing? Okay. Are we getting teamies? Are we moving up in our PRV goals? Like, what are we doing from that? Okay. Focus them back on the ladder and what matters because your teammates we all have so much coming at us. You could do this, you could do this, you could do this, but we have to focus on what matters. Okay. So focus them back to the ladder. All right. And be authentic with your people. Hey, girl, I'm struggling with parties right now. Okay. You want to keep one another accountable? Let's both book 2 more for the end of the month. That's simple, easy leadership. It holds you accountable and it holds them accountable. Okay. Not everybody's just going to respond to a post on the team page. Reach out to your people one on one. All right. Okay. One more thing, and then I'm going to peace out. I'm going to show you this real quick. Share my screen real fast. Okay. Maybe not. Where is that? Just kidding. Hold on. Okay. I have this in the, can I show this? Is this what this is? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go hard. Whiteboard. What does that mean? Desktop. Desktop. That's what I want. Show you. Okay. I don't know. Y'all can see this. Okay. So this is also, oh, I just got out of it. No, I didn't. It's fine. Shh, you guys. Amber, stop laughing. Okay. So I made this a while ago. Okay. Because I felt like every single to-do task list was so overwhelming. So I made this. This is also uploaded in the Google Drive. Your SSD has access to it. But I just did, and again, you do not have to work by a special, beautiful calendar, okay? This is just my thoughts because everybody's was too much. So, daily, having a daily theme to your day does not have to be big, and I intentionally did it to where there's only 4 things on the list, okay? Intentionally, and then there's room to write more if you need to. There's also a monthly one. What should you be doing week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of the month, okay? This is basic, simple, easy. You can make your own. It's in the Google Drive, so your SSD can share it, okay? I also put in there Katie's stickers because I know a lot of people use those. Whatever you do, just keep it simple, okay? I have these daily tasks that I put on my team page, and I was looking at them, and I'm like, I would never do that. There's so much on that list. My eyes are crossing. Like, no, we're not doing that. So keep it simple, keep it consistent, and keep it intentional for you and your people. There you go. All right. That was good. Okay. I'm done. There you go, Whit.
I love that, Anya. You were on it.
Thank you. Just a little bit on it.
On it like the CSI.
You were all the way on it. First of all,
Can
don't
I
down
just say
yourself.
this real quick though, because so many people gave me crap about my desktop looking a hot mess, and at least mine was like organized chaos. Anya's was like everywhere, and I love you for it even more because that is your brain.
Yeah, but how did she not understand that she was the chaotic friend? I'm so confused. We
'Cause
love
I thought she would
I have
just.
no answers.
She's in denial.
Well, I'm not now. Now I know.
Now you know.
it's not a bad thing. We love the chaotic friend.
I'm so glad.
We love the chaotic friend. That was so good, Anya. We love it so much. And I think that so many people can relate to every single thing that you said. You gave me so much life, like feeding me all the things tonight. So
I'm glad. I hope it helps. I feel like we've gotten too far off the deep end trying to do all the things. And now we need to scale it back because it's overwhelming. Like, our businesses should not be giving us heart palpitations. Like, it should be our joy. So,
absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. I love
All
that.
right. That's what I have for y'all. I'm like, that's it. We're done. So,
Do y'all have any questions? Anybody?
No questions, comments.
I'm gonna stop the recording real quick. Hold on.